Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So today is BookList Thursday, and BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of book thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So today's theme or today's subject is spy novels, and specifically historical fiction spy novels. Now, it seems to be lately a trend that has been happening where a number of historical fiction books center around spies, and specifically female spies, and I think most of mine are female spies, so that's pretty awesome. I've been loving reading these books. I think they're beyond interesting, and I love when they're based on actual historical events, because I mean, there was some pretty badass women out there that were killing it for us. So I have a few recommendations. I have a few more than 5, and it's okay. So first one I want to talk about, and geez, I don't even know if I could say which ones are my favorite. I don't even know. Anyways, we're just gonna get started. So first one I want to talk about is the Alice Network, which I did finally read. Thank you all who have been recommending me this book I don't know what took me so long, but this is by Kate Quinn. This, again, follows the Alice Network, but we have dual timelines, which of course I love. 1947, so we're after World War II, and then 1915 during World War I. And so we have Charlie St. Clair, whom I love. Charlie. Love Charlie. She's an amazing character. She's pregnant, unmarried, on the verge of being thrown out of her very proper family. And she's also trying to hang on to a sense of hope that her very favorite cousin Rose is still alive. So she kind of goes on this quest to figure out what happened to Rose. And in the meantime, we're learning what happened to, I believe it's 3 women who join the Alice Network, who are it's like the queen of spies. And so you learn about the Alice Network, you are following Charlie in her quest to find Rose, and you kind of see how these things collide and come together, and it's just glorious. I love it. Next one is a YA book. It is codenamed Verity by Elizabeth Wine, I think. And this follows our main character, Verity, and you, again, a couple timelines going on here, but you see her telling the story after she's been caught of being accused of being a spy. Again, YA, so it is suitable for a younger audience if you're looking for, or if you're just looking for one that doesn't necessarily have as many graphics as some of the other ones do. But again, World War II, you learn about how she got involved in this, what happened to get her captured, and kind of where it goes from there. Love that book as well. Next one is Atomic Love by Jenny Fields. There are parts of this book that I really liked, and the part that I really liked is the spy part of this one. So this actually takes place post-World War II, Chicago, 1950. So we have Rosalind Porter, who worked as a physicist on the Manhattan Project. And so she's not only dealing with the guilt of what happened because of the work she did, she's lost kind of the love of her life. He ended up leaving, and then she lost respect as a physicist in the scientific community. Once all the boys came home from war, she kind of didn't have a job anymore. So you have a lot of things going on for Rosalind, and then she is approached by an FBI agent who asks her to spy on her, I guess, ex-boyfriend, whatever he was. They had a relationship during the Manhattan Project, to spy on him because they think he is a double agent. So, double agent? They think he's spying on the United States for Russia. Let's go with that. So she takes on that task because she's just kind of looking for something more than selling makeup at a beauty counter, which is what she ended up as. So, good book. I like those aspects. Rosalind as a character annoyed me at times, so I'm just going to throw that out there. Just be aware. But still, a really good book. Next one I have that I want to recommend is Lost Girls of Paris by Pam Jenoff. Oh, so good. So this one takes place in 1946 Manhattan. We are at the beginning of a workday, Grand Central Station, main terminal. Grace is attempting to get to work, and she ends up finding this suitcase that appears to be abandoned underneath a bench, and it's kind of bugging her. She ends up opening it out of curiosity to see if she can figure out a name or try to find the owner, and she discovers dozens of photographs, each of different women. So on impulse, she takes the suitcase with her because she's just really curious. And she learns that the suitcase belonged to a woman named Eleanor Trigg. And she was the leader of a ring of female spies that came out of London, were flown over to Europe and deployed, basically. This was very, very hush-hush, very, very secret mission. And the only evidence of these women are these pictures. And so Grace kind of takes it upon herself to figure out what happened to all of them and what's their story. Another phenomenal book. I love that one. The next one I want to talk about is Codename Helene. Another one. I seriously love this one. And this one follows a woman who's living in Paris and is loving Paris. But she, I want to say, came from London. So she has this already second identity, I guess. And she ends up going undercover and becoming a spy while her husband is off fighting the war. She joins with the French resistance. She's badass. I mean, she's so good. They call her the White Mouse. Like, it's just, you really follow her and everything it takes for her to kind of go undercover, because she just can't sit by and watch what's happening. She is a doer and she wants to take care of things. Another fantastic book that I don't know what happened to. I swear I have it somewhere. Next one I want to talk about is Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, I listened to this book and it was one of the best audiobooks I've ever listened to. So if you're interested in an audiobook. So we have three females that we're following here. We have Caroline, who is in New York. We have Kasia, who's a Polish teenager, and she is our spy here. She becomes part of the underground resistance movement, starts being a courier, so she's taking messages back and forth. And then we also follow a German doctor, Hertha, who ends up working in a concentration camp. She does have a heart, don't worry. But you'll see how these three lives intertwine. But the spy aspect of it is really Kasia, who is kind of doing the dirty work here. So fantastic book. Highly recommend that one as well. And the last one I want to talk about is not Lilac Girls, I just talked about that one, is The Point of Light by John Ellsworth. This is the first book in a series, and it's just an interesting perspective. So it's 1940. We have Caitlin, who is an inspiring photojournalist. She loves to tell her story through pictures. She ends up teaming with the French resistance. Do you see a theme here of what I like? And her role is she wants to capture the truth of what the Nazis are really doing and get those out there. But in doing that, she ends up getting caught and she goes to Auschwitz, where again, she's able to take pictures of what's happening in her. So she's spying on them. Her whole goal is like to get these pictures to survive in order to be used in the Nuremberg trials. So another interesting, I guess, perspective from a spy novel. This one I didn't give the highest rating to. It's still a very good book. Just the writing wasn't fantastic. It's not like blow you away, but the story is very compelling and I really enjoyed it. So those are my, I don't know, what did I give you, 7 historical fiction spy novels that I highly, highly recommend. I really enjoyed all of them. I know there's a ton more out there. I'm always on the lookout for some good spy novels. I like them. Otherwise, head over to Sarah's channel, see what she has for us today to recommend. Otherwise, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.